Hello everyone, this is Masoomi and today we are going to discuss a mystical topic, the mystery of fairy circles. Far away in the remote and inhospitable region of the South Africa lie the ULTs-like patches, round and bare, called the fairy circles. Looking like bare islands in a sea of short grasses, the fairy circles are regularly spaced and somewhat 10 to 65 feet in diameter. To a more fashionable person, these might look like a polka dot dress, but to scientists, these are just bare patches of soil surrounded by rings of grass. Fairy circles get their names from their ring-like appearance to that of fairy rings. These circles are usually confused with the mystical garden mushroom rings. Therefore, most of the people get mixed up with the facts of fairy circles and fairy rings. So getting back to fairy circles. They were first found to be occurring in the bands of about 100 miles inland Africa, extending southward from Angola for 1,500 miles down to the northwestern Cape of South Africa. In 2014, these were discovered 15 kilometers outside the small town of Newman in the Pilbara region of Western Australia. This brought the scientists to the conclusion that these patches occur only in dry, desert-like inhospitable conditions where there are less chances of survival for other organisms. But no one ever has been able to determine the cause of this beautiful miracle of nature. Of course, this alone gives people chances to put forward theories. There are both mundane and supernatural theories. Which one would you like to believe? Different people have found different causes at different times. In 2008, Angelic Jobert found that the residual plant toxins remain in the soil after the death of plant species called the Europhobia damarana could be the cause for the barren interiors of the circles. It's also stated that the existence of such poisonous plants that release toxic gases could be alone a cause for this phenomenon to occur. But the most favorable assumption put forward by Eugene Moll in 2012 is that a sand termite species called the Sapotermus elosus could be responsible. As if to prove this point, an existence of the moist layer in soil was found on the radar. Sapotermes is said to support and promote fairy circles. It creates fairy circles by consuming the vegetation available and burrowing, a behavior that is analogous to that of a common beaver. These insects are found to be the only species in the range of these amazing phenomena and thus are found in 80 of 100% of the circles investigated. The second most believed theory is that the competition of water among plants in a parched landscape could be the reason for the clumps of bushes around the circles. The reason why the termite theory is more widely accepted hypothesis than that of the water availability is that there is no strong proof that the plants are competing for water in the area, whereas termite colonies are found in abundance on the soil. Other theories suggest that contamination from the radioactive minerals or even animal behavior such as animal ostrich dust baths. Some scientists who refuse to believe and accept such hypotheses state that the abiotic processes could be responsible. High soil compaction and clay content of soil indicate that the working of mechanical weathering of soil by heavy rain or extreme heat and evaporation. But the point that is to be taken note of here is that heavy rain does not occur usually in dry lands, and this is exactly the condition needed for the occurrence of fairy circles. Others simply suggest that a hydrological plant-cell interaction is more than enough. Whatever be the causes, the Himba people have found great uses for these ring fields. The grasses that support the barren land provide grazing fields for the cattle. People even erect temporary fences to corral young cattle for overnight protection against the predators. The barren lands with high content of plant nutrients are the best grounds available for agriculture. Even though the people have found their uses for the land, they do have their own share of hypotheses and theories about the fairy circles. Some oral myths of the Himba people suggest that the circles were caused by supernatural entities like gods, spirits, and natural divinities. Others say they are a gift from gods. The Bushmen of the region have described spiritual and magical powers to them traditionally. As the stories the natives say, some of them believe that their original ancestor, Mukuru, is responsible. Others believe they are footprints of gods. Whatever be the case, they believe the spots are sacred. Accounts of tour guides refer to a mythical dragon in the earth whose poisonous breath prevents vegetation. Some visitors think that these could be reserved sleeping for the Namibia's national animal oryx. But however interesting or quirky the myths sound, there is a scientific explanation for everything, whether found or not found. In such a case, we have to consider different aspects, such as interaction of various species, before believing stories. These circles are a complex ecosystem, and it's all known that complex ecosystems have various factors at work. Microbes, level of precipitation. Anything could be just the answer. All we know that is it is a simple explanation, and there's a simple key reason for it. What remains to be known is the key reason that will bring us to the bottom of this mystery. Thank you and have a good day.